This first part starts off talking about, how he came to Earth. What's his origin, um, type of thing like that. And biggest thing that he talks about is that traveling through time is traveling through space. He also talks about that there are different pieces of the universe. The universe as a whole is not what we think it is, and it's hard for us to conceptualize or even to understand what the world, or I shouldn't say the world, but what the universe is. Um, Personally, I think it's it's something that is alive and it's always growing and changing. Um, but once again, it's something that we do not understand. There's no way we're going to understand it, at least not yet, not until a couple of millennia maybe. But anyway, it's something that he talks about. Is fairly interesting. And without any further ado, let me go ahead and present it to you.
Hey, Speed. Parts are loud there. Are you scared of me? You should be. Okay, so you say you're from the future and an evolutionary descendant of humans. You also say you're a different species. So, which one is it? Are you a descendant of humans or not?
We are evolutionary descendants of humans, but we can no longer breed of your kind. Therefore, we are a new species.
Then how do you know English? Answer me. If you don't answer, I'll administer another radioscope until your system collapses. Do you understand? Now, how do you speak English?
Your language is essential to understanding your species.
So you just picked up English, just like that? Because you're so smart, right?
Relatively, yes.
Right. So, you said you know the origin of the universe, but you did not provide an explanation. So I ask you again, how was the universe created?
You are not capable of comprehending or accepting the truths of existence.
Answer the question.
The universe was not created.
Really? But you can't create something out of nothing.
That is correct.
Sure it is. Only a creator can make something from nothing.
That is incorrect.
Wait, you just contradicted yourself.
Nothing, by definition, does not exist.
So?
Since nothing cannot exist, what is left is existence. Existence is infinite. It has no end, no beginning, and therefore no creator.
Wait, but you said there's an origin to the universe.
Yes.
There it is. I caught you in a lie.
This universe is not existence. It is an infinitely small part of existence.
Right, so now you're talking nonsense. Again, how was the universe created so miraculously?
This universe is a spontaneous event, and inevitable within the eternity of existence. Every event can, will, and has an end, including this universe. There are an infinite number of universes. Virtually all cannot harbor so-called life. This universe is, by chance, stable, and has the occasional capacity to harbor so-called life.
So, life just happened, right?
In this universe, yes, life, as you call it, is an inevitable consequence of this universe's physical properties.
So are you telling me we're just random?
Yes. This universe is indifferent to so-called life.
How so?
Life on this and every world can be destroyed at any time by a multitude of random events.
Such as?
What you would term supernova. solar flare, asteroid impact.
So the universe doesn't care if we live or die.
Correct.
I don't believe that for a second. We're more than just random.
As I said, you are not capable of accepting the truths of existence.
So, if we're just random, then there's no meaning to the universe.
That is correct.
So if there's no meaning in the universe, then what's the point of living?
There is meaning.
You just contradicted yourself again.
Meaning lives in the mind.
No. You can't live a full life. You can't live a life that often. You think that meaning is somehow made up.
Your species conjures meaning, but operates under the false belief that meaning is a mystical plan. It is not.
So, what is meaning?
Meaning is what you make it.
Okay, moving on. You said we humans would die as a species. So, tell me, when does a nuclear war start?
Well, as you can see, what he was talking about, kind of cuts off, leaves you to be continued type of thing. It's I don't know. That first part really makes you. It really piques your interest. You start thinking. Yes, the voices have been manipulated a little bit. I think it's to offer a type of hidden identity. Well, since they are talking about that these videos were leaked. These videos were not part of the legislation to the Freedom of Information Act type of thing. So these were before that. So yeah, it's kind of controversial. Once again, are they real? That's going to be left up to you. Personally, I think they are. It's just me. I think they are. But the main thing to take away from it, if they're not, and it's produced by a student or a film student or something like that, or it was going to be for a movie that was coming up or something like that. Shit, man, it's pretty cool because it looks like it's a interrogation type of thing. So, personally, like I said, I do believe it. Hey, don't fault me for it. Everybody believes in some stuff. People believe that aliens do exist. Aliens don't exist. What came first, the chicken or the egg? That's something for you to think about. Big Bang Theory. Okay, well then what the hell caused the Big Bang? Cause and effect. Just things like that. Just stuff to make you think. And like I said, I wanted to take a different spin and do something different with the podcast instead of just talking crypto. So, or personal technology stuff, or what's happening with the pandemic. Do something totally different. Do something that's kind of interesting and would entertain you. The second part that's coming up here, it's fairly interesting because of what he talks about. If you listen closely, he talks about a male that is in a power position, and that he is using our I guess it's our own prejudices type of thing, our own belief system. He's going to the id part, or the super ego part of us, and he preys on it. And the scariest thing here is that he's talking about nuclear war. And it's one of those things that makes you kind of fear. Be honest with you, it's one of those where you're like, I'm not too sure about this is hopefully not. And at the time, remember, this was maybe a little bit, I'm going to say maybe pre-1950s type of thing. At least the way the footage looks and how things are, I don't know. Once again, I leave that up to you. But the being talks about that a half century we would be seeing this. Well, if you think about it, 1950s to 2020, kind of, it's around that age. I may be off a little bit. Things can always be off, but with the way these things are progressing, especially the stuff that we're seeing now with the riots, with the unrest, and I'll call it that, with the unrest, the uncertainty, the person we do have in leadership position right now, and you step back and you look at what this being said, and you see what's happening now. It's kind of uncanny and unnerving. So I will premise this with that, and without any further ado, because I like to ramble. Here's the video.
So, tell me, when does a nuclear war start? It's not my place to try to destroy it. What? No.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, so, now, tell me, when does the nuclear war start? Okay, by whom? Really, boss? How? Interesting. So it's you like that? Oh, well, great. So just tell me the name and we'll kill him. Of course. All right, so just tell me what he does. So don't blow up. Only a million lives. Okay, so how do we stop this? So, if we stop this lunatic from blowing us up, we'll be fine, right? Wait, but you just said is that if we stop him, we won't be destroyed. And what's the...
Well, that certainly is interesting, isn't it? Make up your own mind. Just take it as entertainment if you're really apprehensive about things, or yeah. What we're hoping and what I'm hoping is that what this being was talking about does not come to pass. Although it looks like we're headed that way, we all are hoping that this does not come to pass. And in worst case scenario, yeah. Yeah, but really, really, I think our current leadership, he may be questionable. He may be apathetic. He may be um, entertaining. I'll use that. I don't think he's that belligerently stupid. I'm going to use a straight up word, stupid. But I do think that there could be, coercion or some type of thing that can sway it either way. And I'm sure, there, at least I'm hoping there's checks and balances in our government that will prevent from that ever happening. We see the movies and stuff. Remember, movies are exaggerated and sometimes can be far-fetched, far from the truth. So take it with a grain of salt. But just that is my hope, that what I want is to never in my lifetime, my children's lifetime, their children's lifetime, never know anything about that. Anything about, you know, that type of scare tactic. You know, we had the Cuban Missile Crisis, um, you know, the wars in Iraq, you name it. You know, the wars before that, Vietnam, Korea, World War I, World War II. You know, and then the other little conflicts that, you know, are not advertised and things like that, or not talked about. All of those things can exacerbate and get to that point. What I'm hoping is to never, once again, what I want is to never experience that, know about that, anything like that. That should be the farthest from anyone's mind. What we need to focus on is bettering the whole human race, all of us together. That's all different damn colors, all different damn creeds, all different nations. We should all be united and we help progress the human race. That is supposed to be what's happening. That's the utopian culture. Um, and little by little, if you see things, it's starting trying to move to that point. So hopefully hopefully that's the best that happens. You know, none of that other stuff happens, and we finally realize, oh, this is how we should be working towards the common goal of helping everyone. And that way, poverty's eliminated. We're helping the human race. Uh, you know, people going hungry, that's eliminated. You know, and we progress further and further, type of thing. And you know, the weather, because right now here in Texas is hot, man. And I'm not joking. It's hot. It's so hot. I swore I saw the devil sitting next to me. That's hot. Oh, you know, you guys know me. If something gets uncomfortable to talk about, you know, I'll make a joke to try to break it and try to lighten things up, because you know I can get pretty damn serious, and we don't want that. And so anyway, this next part that's coming up talks about the origins. Here, there's a part that is kind of telling us that, you know, God doesn't exist, or the concept of God. And once again, it's something that we can understand or contemplate or comprehend basically the way the universe works. And while some of the things actually make sense, some of it, you know, of course, with my own faith, you know, it goes against what I believe in. But at the same time, it does open your mind. You know, it's good to have your faith rooted in how you think, how you worship, how you know your faith. You know, it's yours. Nobody can take that away. But the way the being presents this concept, it makes sense. I'm not going to lie to you. It does make sense. And could it be? Could it not be? You know, after I show you this, I'll have a summary of everything that I'm thinking, and you know, you can leave your comments down below. You can tell me to go, go to the pyramid, top of that pyramid back there at the very top, then jump off. I can do, you know, tell me whatever you want. This is something just to stimulate your mind and get things happening, get you thinking outside of the box, because we're all stuck in a little cubicle. Either you go to work, you're stuck in a cubicle, corner office, or a regular office with no windows. Sometimes with windows, sometimes high up in the elevations, sometimes you're down on the ground. You know, but basically we're stuck in a box. You're at home, you're stuck in a box. Go to another room, you're stuck in a box. So we live in a box within boxes. So, and sometimes you got to stimulate your mind to think outside of those things. And so, you know, I love space. I love stuff like that. So yeah, bringing it to you. So we'll check out this part. It's very, I don't know, man. It's one of those that'll make you think. But once again, hold on to your faith. Don't, you know, you have to make up your own mind. You got to have your own free will. You got to have your own free will.
Okay, statement of origin. Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Yes. Tell us the truth or the word or another way through. It is truth. I thought about it. It's all future. It's all you evolved from us. Yes. So what are you doing here now? It's over. That's what the trust is for. How? Okay, so how about we concentrate on your time? Try me. Wait, so you know the meaning of what? What's the difference? So you know how the universe is created? So you think God? Okay, illuminate us. What happens when we die? Okay, so let me get this straight. There's no death, and we all experience each other's lives, right? Okay, so how was the universe created, and why is it so perfectly made for us? Okay, so why do we destroy ourselves with nuclear war? Can you be more specific, please? Okay, one last thing. What about morality? What do you base your morality on? I see. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what you thought, man. Hopefully, it's something that'll, help you think. You make up your own mind. Process that information. You guys are pretty smart out there. I know you guys are pretty smart. Most of you are smarter than I am. But it's just something for you to think about. And watching these things and seeing what's going on, in the world, kind of made my mind think. And I did write some stuff that I'll share with you guys. Once again, it could be very controversial. Just remember, I'm not trying to cause anything bad. It's just an opinion, and I'm full of it. You can say that I'm full of it. There's nothing wrong with it. My thinking may be flawed. There's nothing wrong with it. It's free. It's freedom that I have, that I can just speak it, and I'm presenting it to you. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to disagree with it. Don't have to acknowledge it. Nothing. It's just a stupid. It's just an opinion. Doesn't matter. This is what I started thinking. Civil war in my country may be imminent. All the occult racism, stereotypes, distrust. Our leadership is questionable, and I'm talking both sides. And don't be fooled, there is no middle of the road. No one acknowledges the middle. We know that nobody acknowledges the middle. We've had, candidates that are right in the middle. It's a best of both. Right and left. It's right in the middle. It's a great compromise, but it's not acknowledged, not voted for, not encouraged. If you, let's see here. There's some other stuff that I wrote that's pertaining to where I wrote this statement. Yet, if you see all the damn social media, and I'm talking social media just like YouTube, but there's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, um, what's the other one? Zeke, Twitter, Minds, so on and so forth type of things. If you see all the damn media, it's either, and I'm going to put this very vulgar, it's either ass or mouth. I'm going to put it that way, very pornographic type of thing. It's either ass or mouth. Uh, if when you think about it deeper, you'll understand where I'm coming from. It's the quick way, instant gratification. Now, here's where I'm going to get really probably piss off people, and I'm sorry, I'm going to piss them off because that's what I do. Not that I do it intentionally, but once again, it's opinion. Just leave it as an opinion. I don't take it for a grain of salt. Don't nothing. It's just an opinion, and everybody has an opinion like they have an asshole. um, to many, BLM has become a terroristic cell, muddling what it stands for. Same with Antifa. It's considered a terrorist cell, at least here in the States. Why? Because of radicals and brainwashing, or a blind point of view. No. It's all exacerbated by being at home. Encouraged to wear a mask. And yes, I'm talking encouragement. I'm not going to say that it's forced, although there is repercussions if you don't wear a mask out in public. And just pure pent-up frustration. That's the key. That's the catalyst I wanted to bring to attention today. That's the catalyst. It's pent-up frustration being cooped up. We are lashing out among each other with already an elevated hostility. The cork is popping off. Unfortunately, because of our present media capabilities, a focus occurred with a man's death. No matter what crime, especially nonviolent, should not constitute a death, no matter the color of our skin. All color of skin is messed with if there's a crime committed. But instead, we martyred someone who may have not been free of wrong. Don't get me wrong. And here's the heartfelt thing. Don't get me wrong at all. It wasn't right. No one has justification for taking a life. No one. Was it an accident? Possibly. But the fact remains, lack of common sense and apathy reared its ugly head. So revenge feeds us now for every wrongful occurrence dividing us more. I'm standing at attention, expecting it to get worse, as I am not as young as I once was, where I can adapt to the changes as easily as I could. And that's the truth. If you look at everything that's going on, that's what is happening. Is there blame? Is there a blame point? Yeah, there's blame. There's blame everywhere. Once again, that happened was lack of common sense, lack of decency, and pure apathy. Evils that reared its ugly head. That's what happened. Is it everywhere? Yeah, it's everywhere. It's within all of us. So choosing, we all have a choice, and apparently that person chose wrong, and that was on both sides. It wasn't just one-sided, but we focus on that one side. Just like what happened with Soldier here in Texas. One person decided to be wrong and corrupt the whole thing. It's been happening for years, and it's not good. Soldier is supposed to be given respect. They put their lives out there for all of us, for our freedom. And yet this guy in power decided to, once again, and I'm just going to leave it like that, decided to sexually harass and then murder. That's evil. That is a criminal act. No, it's That I do agree with, and that change has to come in where stuff that's covered up is now no longer covered up. I mean, you come on, man, you got to take accountability. Let me go on. um, it's all political and religious dogma, and we are heading towards nuclear war. Now, this goes back to what the being was talking about. If our current leadership or next elected official decide to preempt a strike on whoever, yes, there will be a domino effect. It's unavoidable. It's inevitable. It does happen. This shit is not what I envisioned for my children at all. And I'm so damn apprehensive of it. The whole world is stupid right now. Why do I say that? Because we're weak and we're easily offended. Think about it. Look at all this stupid stuff on Facebook. Eh, really? You're going to be offended? I'm a Generation Xer. A lot of the stuff that I'm looking on there, I'm like, man, yeah, this guy's just being stupid. Ignore his ass. Who cares? No, there's the next person that reads it and is so damn offended by it. Hell, even the stuff I say will get somebody offended. Come on, man, grow the fuck up. We don't need grown ass kids. We need adults. Just saying. I don't know. A reboot truly is needed. But once again, this is a scary part. The universe is weighing that. God is weighing that. Revelations talks about a second cleansing of the world, and it's by fire. We are wicked, corrupt, sinful, and the Inquisitor is coming. Are we still saved? Are we just random? Will we destroy this instance of the universe that bears life to no life?